Question: what is AWS Lambda and how can it be used? Answer: AWS Lambda is a serverless computing service provided by AWS Amazon Web Services. It allows developers to run code without provisioning or managing servers. With Lambda, developers can focus on writing and developing on and deploying code in the form of functions, and AWS takes care of the underlying infrastructure and scaling. Here are the key aspects and use cases of AWS Lambda. Number 1. Serverless computing. AWS Lambda follows a serverless computing model where developers can write code in the form of functions and execute them in response to events. They don't need to manage servers, operating systems or infrastructure. AWS Lambda automatically provisions the necessary resources and scales them based on the incoming workloads. Number 2. Event-driven execution. Lambda functions are triggered by events such as changes in data, updates to AWS services, or HTTP requests. Common triggers include changes to objects in Amazon S3, updates to DynamoDB tables, messages from Amazon Simple Notification Service, SNS, or API gateway requests. Number 3. Supported runtime and languages. AWS Lambda supports a variety of programming languages include Node.js, Python, Java, C, Ruby, and Go. Developers can choose their preferred language and write code in the corresponding runtime environment. Pay-per-use model. With AWS Lambda, users only pay for the actual compute time consumed by their functions. There are no charges when the code is not running. Billing is based on the number of function invocations and the duration of each invocation measured in milliseconds. Number 5. Scalability and auto scaling. Lambda functions scale automatically to handle varying workloads. As the number of incoming events increases, AWS Lambda provisions additional compute resources to handle the load. This enables high scalability and eliminates the need for manual capacity planning. Number 6. Integration with AWS services. AWS Lambda integrates seamlessly with various AWS services, allowing developers to build event-driven architecture and automate workflows. It can be used with services like Amazon S3, DynamoDB, Kinesis, SNS, SQS, API Gateway, and more. Number 7. Microservices and application backend. Lambda functions are often used to build microservices architecture and serve as application backends. Developers can create independent functions that perform specific tasks or provide specific services. These functions can be combined and orchestrated to create complex applications. Number 8. Serverless Application Model, SAM. AWS provides the Serverless Application Model, SAM framework, which simplifies the deployment and management of serverless applications. SAM allows users to define resources, functions, and event triggers in a YAML and JSON template, making it easier to deploy and manage Lambda-based applications. Use cases for AWS Lambda include real-time file processing, data transformation, backend API, IoT, data processing, chatbots, image and video processing. Schedule task and event-driven data workflow. It provides a high flexible and scalable approach to executing code without the need to manage and provision servers, making it an essential component in building serverless architectures on AWS. Thank you.